check it out now. Oh shit, the feds are on us, bro. Yo, delete all the files, delete all the text. Now, ladies and gentlemen, basically, we get to find out that it wasn't the NYPD alone that rushed 6ix9ine's crib this morning. It was apparently the F-fucking-BI. Now, they pulled up to 6ix9ine's crib, and by the way, if you see the crib and it's listed on TMZ, this shit look like the fucking hood, as I've told you, it's a hood. However, here's the thing. They said they found a gun. And this is going to be a subject for debate because, number one, the feds, they have such accuracy, which with they swoop in with, they don't come for petty charges, they don't come for bullshit, and they rarely miss. So the fact that they're doing a search warrant means that this got to be a federal case, which usually means it's something that might involve things that may have happened even outside of New York. Now, they searched the property, and according to TMZ, they found a gun. Now, sources close to 6ix9ine is saying, yo, he hasn't lived there in a while, okay? And he's been moving, and he has other places. And to be honest, these days, since he's been on tour overseas for so long, who knows who's at the fucking spot? Now, that may give him a little bit of a break and might alleviate some charges if they're trying to bring him. Let's go back to Kodak Black, who got locked up, and he was in jail for a long while in Florida because they said, yo, we saw some guns on Instagram Live, and we pulled up, we did find guns, and Kodak Black's whole case was that, yo, how the fuck could you say it was my guns when there was other people who occupy this place too? Yeah, I was the person who paid for the place, but it's not my responsibility if other people who are of age and maintain residence here has the gun. So unless you could give it or pinpoint whose gun and you get fingerprints and find out who it is, don't just throw it on me. That kind of put the feds, or not feds, but the sheriff's office in Florida in kind of like a weird spot, and they ended up cutting a plea deal. Now, who knows if the feds have proof whose gun this is? Who knows if it's a legal gun? And by the way, you have to realize this New York City and just New York in general, basically in New York, there's pretty much almost no such thing as a legal gun. Let me explain. Gun permits, and this is why you see crime so little in New York City, at least that's what the cops say, they don't really have too much guns that are legal. So if you get caught with a gun, that's why they're doing stop and frisk. If you get caught with a gun, it's probably illegal and you're going to jail, and you're going to jail for a mandatory minimum of 3 years. So people usually just don't have guns. And if you have a gun, you're probably up to some bullshit. And if you still have a gun, pretty much that gun probably could be traced to a lot of other different crimes. So you know if the feds found a gun, they're going to be looking at every single case where shots were fired, where his name was connected to. They're going to be cross-referencing it off of probably already built-in list of other crimes that they feel he may have been involved with. And you have to understand this as well. 6ix9ine is the icing on the cake. He's like the cherry on top. If the feds, and if including the NYPD, if they're looking into this, they may already got a case on a bunch of niggas that may be loosely affiliated with 6ix9ine. But if you get 6ix9ine in cuffs, it's a pretty attractive story for the feds or the NYPD. So pretty much them getting this, they're going to look a lot into it. Again, this could be something where somebody probably could step up and be like, that's my shit. Or maybe they don't have enough proof to really pinpoint on 6ix9ine. But the mere fact that they took a lot of documents, probably also electronics, and they also found a pistol, that's a huge problem. Okay? Despite him saying I haven't been there for a while, they're going to look at it to say, yo, the mere fact that we got a search warrant means we had probable cause. And that's what you have to realize. The mere fact they got a search warrant means they have probable cause from a judge standpoint, which means they went to the judge to say, hey, we need to search this guy's house, give us a warrant. The judge is going to be like, why do you need to search his house? What leads you to believe that he may have something in his house? Now, they had to provide some type of evidence that the judge said, oh, shit, okay, go search his shit. And that will all come into play. Hopefully this is not a situation like we've seen a lot of other New York artists go down by the law. And again, everything always catches up to. Hopefully this isn't anything that he has to worry about, or even his fans, friends, or family. Okay? Keep you guys updated. Get in the comment box. If you guys like, definitely subscribe to Akademiks. Oh!